Well, hi there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and you creatures of the fifth dimension. As I used to say back in ye olden times, I'm recording this one right after the last one. I was gonna go play my my other save, but I don't know. I'm kind of having too much fun with this one. I'm having too much fun with this one. So we're gonna continue on this one for a little bit, though I will check. I did set it to Premiere. I never used the YouTube Premiere function. It never existed back when I actually made YouTube videos. So I will see if that's actually working. That'd be kind of fun to release these in like Premieres or something. They're premiering in a theater near you. Silly unedited Minecraft Let's Play. Yeah, as if there's not 1,000 of those out there. Or a billion. There's probably a billion. Good lord, there probably is. There probably is just that many. Probably is. Keep an eye on the upload actually on the side. Because I forget all the things, all the little details. I did just go to a random art generator. That's something I wish I'd had when I was doing YouTube videos. AI art. Now that's something. That's a topic. That's a topic and a half. You know? How do you feel about AI art? To me, personally, I don't mind it all that much. It's a tool, like everything else is in life. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get some crappy, lowbrow, you know, pretty lazy work, you know, because that's just basically what I just did. I just typed in Minecraft Adventure and hit enter, and it made everything, and even put the title and stuff up there. I was actually, the first image it generated, I was like, wow, that's nice. That's really nice. I'll post a link to it. It's just a free online art generator. Or a random art generator. I tried a few more prompts, but I was like, man, the first one just looks good. It's got the title, and it's kind of simple, and there's nothing really going on, and hey, that's exactly what I kind of want. That's kind of just what I wanted out of this. I have more charcoal making more charcoal. We'll eventually have a full stack of charcoal. Eventually. I do want this to be another room here. Have an actual bedroom. Have an outer foyer. I'll reorient this probably. Or maybe I'll just move that chest. I don't know. I like having a bit of a walkway. Bit of a path to follow. And oh yeah, I was gonna fix that. I was gonna fix the roof over here. Let me check something really quick here. Hey, completed. Excellent. If I go to my channel, right? If I go to my channel, is there a premiere? Hey, look at that. It's actually counting down. Premieres in 24 hours. Whoops. Well. I guess this series is releasing in 24 hours. It's releasing tomorrow. I guess maybe it's because it's got to check or do like do their whatever thing where they scan it. Their AI scans it and says, "Hey, this is okay," or "Hey, this is pretty graphic." No, you cannot upload this. I'm guessing that's why that is. Probably. I'll mess with it here after I finish recording this one, because I do have to go to work soon. I do have to go to work soon. Maybe we'll store the gold in the horse armor. That'll be nice. I'll have a golden horse. What a lovely discovery that was. You know, having horse armor right off the bat. Alright, give me this. I said I would stop planting these trees, but I need the wood, and I don't feel like walking around getting more, so I'm just gonna do it and deal with the consequences of my actions when a big, giant, freaking mega tree spawns, and I'm gonna have to cut that down. I'll just deal with it. Also, I turned the volume down just a little bit on my microphone because it was a little high, so I turned it down by a few decibels. Well, a decibel and a half. Hopefully that sounds better. Hopefully I'm not too quiet. It doesn't look like I am compared to the game's volume anymore. And this stuff's growing. Hey, that looks like... Are those Mature carrots? They are mature carrots. 5 carrots. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. I don't want a huge garden. I just need enough to start stockpiling food for adventuring purposes. It's nice that I did find all those loaves of bread. That's quite nice. I'm thinking of putting another farm plot right there where that hole is for these villagers. There was one villager that was unoccupied. What's the word I'm looking for? Jobless. He was one jobless villager. So we'll have to see about fixing that for him. See about getting him some gainful employment that will benefit the entire village. I remember I did use, well, maybe actually it might be a good idea to figure out. One of them was buying beets. I think you can get beets from killing zombies. But I don't know what the chances of that are. What are the odds we get a beet out of a zombie early on? At least there is a decent population here. I don't have to worry about too many of them dying, but I'd rather none of them die. So we'll have to watch. I have to watch that. Make sure that doesn't happen. Because that would be unfortunate. Because I want to make use of them. Wish to trade for rubies and the such. And if they start dying, well, no rubies. And there's no really point in living in this village. There's also the raids to be concerned about. I want the door on the other side. Yeah, it's outward. Out of the main chamber. There we go. It is something I did experience, and the raids were not... They weren't pushovers, if I remember correctly. I do probably remember correctly, but God only knows if I do. They did give me some trouble. These giant cow things attack. And it's not a good time for anyone. Except the raiders. They're having a great time. Sun's setting already. Well, I suppose I am just going away with the Minecraft thing. So yeah, 2 episodes today. I'll probably fix that 24-hour thing. You know, to be more immediate. And then set up a playlist. It's just kind of fun, you know? Just kind of a little fun thing to do. I would like, hey, I'm gonna borrow your bed. I'm going to borrow your bed. Excuse me. Pardon me. Kitty! I would like to tame a kitty, but I do not have a fishing pole yet. I haven't killed any spiders. I will have kitties. I will. You know, I've never had a cat. That's a sad thing. I've never had a cat. I've had dogs, I've had chickens, I've had horses, I've had cows, but I've never had a cat as a pet. Isn't that just a shame? It really is. Because I love cats. Cats are wonderful. Well, some cats are wonderful. I know this one person who has a cat that's just about as evil as you can imagine. This little bastard. I'd say, I'm like, you should have named him Little Bastard. But no, they didn't take my advice. Should have named him Little Bastard. That's what you should have been. I shouldn't swear too much. I don't mean to. Sometimes. Sometimes it just happens. But I don't mean to do that in this format, so I'll try to avoid that if I can. Try to be conscious of it. It's not easy though. I mean, when you're talking about speech patterns, you kind of just talk, you know. And I don't normally put a filter on my what I say unless I'm with certain company. So family, very sensitive friends who are sensitive to that kind of thing. Well, then my speech patterns just change automatically. It's not even a conscious thought. Like, oh, I'm with this person. I've got to start. I've got to watch what I say. It's not even that. It's I just want to be respectful, and I know what this person probably likes to hear or doesn't like to hear. So I try to say things and present myself in a manner that's more I don't know, it's not even just appropriate, but I guess that's the word, more appropriate for the company I'm keeping. I mean, yeah, I guess that is right. You know, keep your speaking appropriate for the company that you're keeping. You know, I guess that makes sense. I guess that's right. Keep your speaking appropriate for the company you're keeping. You can actually put that on a billboard or something. Because if you're with your mom, well, you don't want to start cussing in front of your mom. She doesn't like that. She's not a big fan of that. However, with your buds, your bros, and you're out drinking, you're having a good time, oh, then the vulgar language comes out a little bit more. No one really cares. But I guess that's kind of also a generational thing, isn't it? A kind of generational gap between, you know, who we are now and who we were as a civilization not even 30 years ago. I mean, to me, when I was growing up, I expected to enter a different kind of world. I was expecting things to be way different. I expected, at this point in my life, I expected to be married, have a house, all this other stuff, and well, I can tell you that didn't turn out at all the way I expected. I mean, I don't live a bad life by any stretch of the imagination. I definitely don't. I have a very, very good life. But I don't know. The things I want for are still extras. Not extras. Luxuries. That's still luxuries, you know. Being married, having a house. Those are kind of luxuries, aren't they? Well, no. No, I don't think they are, actually. Now that I think about it, those aren't actually luxuries. That's kind of like the minimum you'd want from life, isn't it? Being married and having kids and, you know, having a life at this point. That's kind of what you expect to do as a young adult, right? Well, I guess I'm kind of a middle-aged adult. I don't know. What's 30? What's 30? Is that middle-aged? Probably not. There's probably someone who's older. Like, it's not middle-aged. You're young yet. Oh, yeah. There's always someone older. There's always someone older, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think that is something. You know, it's kind of I should have already achieved those things, shouldn't I have? And I don't know. Is it financial, emotional reasons I haven't pursued those things in a greater capacity? I don't know. I guess it's kind of all those things. A mix of emotional and physical reasons. Actual lack of funds, because, you know, raising a family is not cheap. And I want to give my kids a very good start on life. I want them to have all that I had and more. And that's what I want for my children. And if I can't provide that, well, what business do I have starting a family if I can't provide that to my kids? And I want to provide this to the children. You know, if I'm going to have kids, they got to have a good life. I mean, that's just what a father should do. My concern is for them, but also on my end, I want to be happy. I want to be enjoying my life. And if I spend all my time working, because at least I'd have to work 2 jobs in order to maintain any kind of lifestyle, at least in this economy, because I wouldn't want my wife to work. Now, is this sexist, chat? And you can answer this question. Is this sexist that I don't want my wife to have a career? I want her to be able to stay home and take care of the children without having to worry about bills or responsibilities outside the home. Is that sexist? Is it really? I've heard some people say it is. I don't think it is. I think that's quite a normal thing. To just want the wife to stay home and be able to look after the children. Add all this charcoal together. And burn these logs. Nice. Now we're getting a stockpile of charcoal going. Yeah. I've heard some people say that it's sexist to want that, but I'm like, no, what? No. That's what I want, you know. I want her, whoever she is, to be happy, comfortable, and secure, that she knows that I will provide the basic needs of the family. Food and shelter will be provided. And protection to some degree, because I do believe it is the job of a guy to protect his family. It is absolutely your job. You're the husband. It's your job to protect. So if you're going to protect your family, and you've got to provide all those things, well, that doesn't leave a lot of, that leaves a lot of duties that the wife has to perform that are critical to raising a family. You know, Meals need to be prepared. The children need to be sent off to school. Or schooled, depending on if homeschooling's a thing. You know, maintaining a house is a full-time job. I mean, there are people who are paid to clean house and prepare meals and do all the things. The domestic work is a job. There's people that do it for pay. So it's not like that's not a career option. Homemaker, but I don't know. I don't truly understand the woman perspective on things. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't understand it exactly. It's not, well, yeah, it's not like I don't truly understand. I get it. You want to have some level of independence. Okay, yeah. We all need some freedoms, don't we? We all need to not be tied down to a house, children. That's important. But on the same hand, in order to maintain a functioning and growing society, isn't that necessary for you? Isn't there some level of sacrifice that is necessary in order to raise children? I mean, I don't know a single parent that I've ever talked to that's like, oh yeah, children's just like just a hobby, you know? It's a full-time thing. It requires dedication. And I don't think there's a lot of people that are dedicated to that. Action. I see pumpkins over there. I want to like some pumpkins. I was just setting up. Ah, yeah. You know what? My garden is going to get bigger than I expected. That's just what's going to happen. I don't know. This is kind of a heavier subject than I meant to talk about, but I don't know. It's kind of what I thought. And that's why I'm doing this in the first place. Is I want to be able to discuss and put my thoughts out there on multiple subjects. You know, without real forethought. Do I want the rest of these pumpkins? Sure, why not? Why not? I'll just take them. I'll just take them. Thank you, nature, for providing to me the pumpkins. I appreciate that. I could build a pumpkin house. That'd be something. Halloween is coming up. I mean, it's only September. But, you know, we definitely could make that a thing. I don't know. I guess the topic and subject of family rearing and, you know, what it means to be a man in a modern society, I guess that's a bit of a heavier topic than I really meant to discuss. But, I mean, I'm not really going to discuss it. It's not like I'm going to pay attention too much to the comments to these things. I probably will if anyone says anything, but on the same hand, I really don't. These are just my thoughts, you know. This is for my sanity. These are purely selfish reasons I'm doing this. For my sanity and the reasons I want me. And there's another problem. There's another problem with family rearing. I am a selfish person sometimes. I feel like, man, I could really use a healthy dose of what's best for others. I mean, it's not like I don't. I care about other people and what they need. And I was just discussing that. I was just talking about, you know, if you're around your mom or your grandma or family members, you use a specific speaking pattern. You talk different. At least I notice I do. Got a little morning drink. Just some water. Oh. Yay, our first harvest. Wonderful. Oh, look at that. We've topped off on the growing capacity. Well, not quite, but I want to make sure this this will be all carrots and stuff. I need a new box. I require another box. And in here we shall store the seeds and products. Yeah, right there. I guess we'll turn this space into another garden area. Yeah. I think I will. Because I need a place to grow the pumpkins. 8 seeds. Okay. Shovel. Oh, my shovel broke. That's right. Shovel broke. We don't need the apple in my inventory. Oh. Silly. Okay. I guess we will make a bigger garden than I intended. I guess we will. And then here. And then a little bit more water. And hey, we have another lantern that we stole from one of the posts, so we can make them match. Oh, replace the water. It's used. Don't want to screw up the water too much. Don't want to do that. But yeah, where was I? Oh, my thoughts are all over the place this morning. My thoughts are all over the place. I don't have a very cohesive thought pattern this morning, which is no bad thing. Ah, now that I look at that, that's on a dirt block. Do I want that on a dirt block or do I want it on a grass block? We'll just put it on a dirt block. That's how it was over there, and that's how it's going to be everywhere else. Keep the consistency. Consistency. Two. Need one more. Out, yeah. Fence block. And yeah, what was I thinking? I was thinking all kinds of thoughts. All kinds of thoughts. I think thoughts, chat. Did you know that? I think thoughts. Sometimes I question, do I think thoughts? And then I realize, of course you do, silly. Of course you do. Well, these weren't on this. I don't know. It's fine. As long as they get wet. As long as it gets wet, I actually don't care. If it matches perfectly. This is a larger crop plot anyway. It's larger. It's gonna be different. These trees real quick. I do wish the music would come back. It like comes and goes. I don't know the logic behind how Minecraft does music. When it plays it and when it doesn't. But I would like some more Minecraft, huh? Could you? Could you, would you? If you would. If you would. I don't think it's gonna listen to me. Alright, that's enough. I need to plant more of these trees. In the box you go. Alright, almost out of dirt. Oh, we almost have enough charcoal too. Look at that. Oh, that's wonderful. How wonderful. How marvelous. How wonderful. It is a lovely song. I do love the old hymns I used to listen to in church. I do so love those. They're just wonderful. Just wonderful songs. Have good meaning behind it, you know? That was the one thing that church really was to me, and is to me. You know, that's why I still go when I can. I'm always working nowadays, but the point is, I don't want more snowball blocks. The point is, those songs still hold real power for me, at least. Some of them actually like make me super emotional. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there it is, and it's the classic too. It's the classic Minecraft song. And hey, 2 garden plots in the snow. Oh, potatoes though. Not potatoes. These guys kind of need their own space to grow. Well, snowy thunder. Snowy thunder. How do we do this? Well, we use this plot, this side for things. There. You know what? We'll do this action. I'm sure that's not the most efficient way. Turn these back into dirt blocks. You can do that by just jumping on that. I found that out the hard way when I ran and jumped across my garden and had to go back through and fix it all. I was like, oh, you dingus, how did you do that? But that's just how it works. If you jump, they used to run jump. Like you'd run and doing, doing, doing. That's always how I used to move. Potatoes are completed. And we have the full garden of potatoes. Almost. We got one more. And then carrots. Oh, shoot. It is dark out, isn't it? I couldn't tell because of the storm. Sleep before we're overwhelmed by a horde of monsters. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Pardon me. There we go. Hopefully we don't have creepers around. Ah, son of... No! Ah. Balls. I don't... you know... You could have not done that, but you did. You did. You could not done that, but you did. Disaster. I think there's a mod to get rid of these. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not stand to the very evil, obvious spider? My at least you pointed him out to me. Thank you for that. I'll deal with him in just a moment. And now I've got to fix that house. Mother. It's not cool, man. I don't know if I want to grow more wheat or what. I'll grow something. Sugar cane. I do need to grow sugar. There's that. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, you little... And I gotta fix that house too. Did you not just pop into existence right there? Appreciate it if you didn't. Okay, there was a creeper here. There was. I saw him. You saw him too. I saw him. I saw him. What? Oh, it's like having a wasp in the room. That's like the worst feeling in the world when there's like a wasp or something in the room and you don't know exactly where it is. That's a terrible feeling. That's horrible. Now we have that exact problem. Ugh. Alright, well. I'm sure he'll turn up at the worst time. I was gonna have to redo some of this stuff, but man, he blew this house open too. Look at this. Look at this mess. It's terrible. Doesn't help that my reaction time is slower than molasses. Kind of why I chose to play Minecraft, is relaxing. Oh, these are ice blocks. I can't even repair it with the proper blocks. That's unfortunate. That's extremely unfortunate. However, I do have a lot of snow blocks, so I have more. We will fix it with snow. Can't remember if there was any decorations or stuff on the inside, but it's not like it exactly really super matters all that much. House made of ice, house made of snow. Same thing, right? Sort of. Kind of. And I mean, there are snow houses, so I mean, actually, you'll never notice. You'll never notice. They'll never know. No one will ever know. It's fine. It's just fine. It's so frustrating though. It's like, you son of a gun. That's like the worst feeling. Like, I can't escape. My reaction time is too slow. No! No, please! Put the extra pumpkins in here. So we have pumpkins, we have carrots, we have potatoes. Beets is what I need to grow. I don't know what I'll put there for now. You know what? Let's just grow a lot more wheat. Why not? That way these are starting sitting here, and I have the seed. I have a few seeds for it, so you know. And the pumpkins are on their way. Awesome, awesome. I can keep working on the house now, though I'm injured and I don't have more food because that creeper blew a hole. I don't know if it's actually better to cook, make baked potatoes. I don't know if there's more nutrients in it. You'd think if you're cooking something, you're releasing more of the nutrients. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know, when I was looking at like nutritional facts and stuff, like that's one of the reasons that we are so intelligent. At least that's what some scientists think, is because we figured out how to cook food, and then that releases more of the nutrients for our bodies to process. Because the brain, if you didn't know, is a very energy-hungry organ. That sucker sucks down energy like crazy. So in order to feed that organ of our body, we have to consume large amounts of food, which is very interesting to me because I'm like, oh, that's why I'm hungry all the time. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. That's why I'm hungry all the time. Obviously, it's my brain. It's all my brain's fault. There we go. All my brain's fault. It's not that I'm really hungry all the time. No. It's my brain. It's my brain, chat. Didn't you know? But yeah, I was like, man, that's really interesting. That it's never something I thought about, which is kind of funny because that's what the brain's job is to do, is to think. It's like, I never thought, oh, obviously the brain requires large amounts of nutrients. It needs energy to keep going, so, you know, that's why we eat so much. Maybe I'll make this another half and half field like I'm doing here. More carrots. I can eat these carrots. Get my health back. 1 carrot. I don't know, can you cook carrots? Question mark? Question mark? Carrots? No, carrots cannot be cooked. What can carrots do besides being cooked? Anything? Carrot on a stick. Carrot on a stick. Oh yeah, that's for pigs. That's for the piggies. So I need more torches, so I might as well use this for torches. That is for piggies. I do believe there was one time where I went around on a pig and with the carrot and the stick, and I'm like, haha, well, this is quite a interesting experience. Do I want it like that? I do want an overhang over the door. I don't think I want it to go all the way around, so we're just going to end it there. Yeah. It's not like it's a far drop, but still. And do I want a second story on this house? I don't think so. I don't really think so. Maybe later. It could be something we can develop. And then we'll set up another crop plot for these villagers. And I'll steal a bed. That or I'll go find one. I do need to find some sheep. I don't think I did have some iron for the bucket. I don't think I only have 1 bar left. I was like, if I have shears, I can just take their wool and not have to kill them, because I'd like to bring them back. Maybe I'll put a few pens over here on this side of the house, flatten this out, raise it to the same level of the house, and add that. Let's add some torches around the edges here. There and there, and I don't need one here. It's got those 2 light sources. Maybe you don't need 2, maybe just the 1. Some on this side. Already got 2 by this door, 1 here. You know what, we'll match it, so we'll do 1 here, 1 here. That should be lit enough. More than enough, actually, probably. And then on the same side. There we go. Plenty of light. Keep the things away. Keep the darkness at bay. And it's been 30 minutes already. Man, you know what? Time's just flying by. This was a great idea, especially if I need to burn some time. This is a great idea. Like I said, I don't know if this will be regular. Probably won't be regular. Probably won't be. It'll just be something I do when I'm bored or need to burn time or something like that, you know. And we can just, you know, talk about the things I need to talk about. Air my thoughts, as it were, you know. Because that's what this was supposed to be, you know. It's supposed to be a journal, you know, just to think about what, you know, what do I think? What do I think? Who cares what I think? But I care what I think. I care a lot about what I think. I have a lot to think about. Well, not really. How do you make a ladder? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. And we will do that. If I can get to the rooftop. I am actually gonna steal this bed. I will put more beds in here. Look, sir, I'm gonna have to kick you out of the bed, and then I'm gonna take this bed. Well, aren't you the cleric, though? I don't know, it doesn't matter. No, you got your workstation still. It won't matter if I take this bed. He'll probably come and steal it from me. It's fine. My house is nicer. My house is very nice. It's coming along wonderfully. Oh, like that. And then I want another chest in here. That. That. I make that a pressure plate. Little table. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the light needs to change. There. And you know what? Leave that open. Put a window there. I will need some sand. I will need some sand. I don't have a block currently, but we will hold on to it. Because we will have a use for it eventually. And the potatoes are quite grown yet. I need to cut down some more trees. That's what this one's going to be. So I'm going to be cutting down these trees. But I do have a nice little renewing little forest going on here. So I don't have to go far for wood. And thankfully, these trees actually do grow quickly. I think there was a time when these trees did not grow so quickly. But now they seem to pop up quite quickly, which is wonderful. And I think that creeper actually disappeared. I think he's gone. I haven't seen him. He didn't reappear somewhere and scare the crap out of me like the other one did. Man, that was terrible. That was terrible. Disasters. Well, not disastrous, but it's like, really? You stupid, stinky, ugly, I need to light up this whole village. At some point, I will. I will have it lit up and a wall placed around it. I don't know if I need a wall. No, I do need a wall for raids. Because I have adopted this village. It is my own now. That's the thing. I should think of a name for the village. I should think of a name for it. What is a good name for a village in the snow? First thing that pops in my head is Homer. Like Homer, Alaska. And it's home. It's a Homer. That's probably what they were thinking when they built that. It was like, oh, this is Homer. This is home, Alaska. I wonder who got to Alaska. Who got up there and saw the cold and the snow and the 8 feet of snow and thought, this is the place. Who got up there and like, this is it. This is home, baby. I'll tell you who. My uncle. He did that. He went up there and he's like, I'm gonna live here now. I'm like, what? You crazy. Crazy. Living up in Alaska. You nuts, man. I mean, it's a beautiful country. Beautiful countryside. Wonderful mountains. Fresh water everywhere because there's not a lot of industry up there. So the water, oh yeah, the water apparently tastes wonderful. I've seen videos of people like going up to the rivers and lakes and just dipping it in because they don't have to worry about a whole lot of parasites up there because it's colder. Not a lot of parasites like the cold, though I'm sure there are some. I'm sure it's not entirely smart to just drink the water, right? Hi, kitty. You still lurking around? Yeah, you are. Still lurking around. Little stealth cat. There we go. 53 logs. Heck yeah, there we go. May be able to finish the roof here before it's time to stop episode 2. Because I will have to go to work. Oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to have to work. Why do I have to work for money? Why? Why is it so? I mean, what other way would I have it? You know. I mean, I do think at some point in the future, and maybe it's the distant future, maybe it's not too distant, but at some point, aren't we going to just automize everything? Factories, farms, all that stuff. Aren't we just going to turn that over to the production of artificial intelligence? I've heard some people say, oh, well, that'll be a dark day for mankind. We won't have to work anymore. And I'm like, huh. It's like, you don't need to sell it to me. I'm like, yeah, it sounds great. It's like, no, it'll be bad. Like, why? Why would it be bad? Like, well, you know, people won't learn the value of hard work. People already don't know the value of hard work. We've already gotten lazy as a society. You know? We've already done that. That's already happened. But, you know, it's just going to become more of a thing. It's a trend that's going to continue. Like, well, that's not good. It's like, why is it not good? I still don't understand. It's like, well, it's good for men to work. I'm like, yeah, it's good to work. I enjoy my job. I think it's good that I get out of the house and I go and I physically do something that I enjoy. You know, but I would do that if I had unlimited resources. If food was not a problem, bills weren't a problem, if energy was mined and extracted by machines and everything was pretty much free, or as free as it could be, you know, you barely need to work at all, you know. It's like, you know what? Would I go out and do things, or would I just stay home? I mean, I would stay home quite a bit. I do love being home. I love just relaxing at home, playing my games. This is my hobby. I love it. I would definitely feed my addiction, you know. It's again, it's a hobby. Addiction has negative connotations. If I put that there, okay, that will go properly. But we aren't going to do that yet because we haven't finished it. So I mean, again, there are negative connotations to the word addiction, but I would enjoy being at home. I would enjoy playing my games, being, you know, quietly doing what I do. I mean, what I'm doing right now. I would do this pretty frequently. But would I go out and do things? Probably, especially if I don't have to worry about resources. You know, and I'd probably find to go back to original subject. I'd probably find a wife and stuff because I won't have to worry about the needs aspect. I wouldn't have to worry about providing so much. I kind of like that, but maybe well, I don't know, maybe extend it out a little bit. Try to make this a little bit something approaching nice. That's not what I want. And there's the music again. Welcome back, music. We missed you ever so much. But yeah, I mean, it would definitely, I mean, society is changing. Things are changing constantly. And, you know, are they for the better? Debatable. Because, what is it, TikTok? I don't think TikTok's a good thing. I don't think people constantly, like, oh, there was the Chase Bank thing. Oh, did you guys hear about this? This was hilarious. The guys on TikTok found out that Chase Bank was providing instant availability for checks and stuff. So they were giving themselves large deposits of checks and immediately withdrawing the money because Chase Bank made it available immediately. It's like, oh, okay, well, you deposit your check and instantly withdraw it. You know, it's a nice convenient thing the bank's doing. However, they didn't actually have the money. The checks were bad. It was bad checks. So the bank comes back. It's like, well, your account's in the negative. $3,030. The biggest one I saw was $31,000. I'm like, oh my gosh. $31,000. And what were you thinking, too? It's like, oh, I'm just going to deposit this bad check. And then when this check obviously is going to bounce, nothing bad will happen, right? Like, what? Who thought that was a good idea? How dumb do you have to be? How dumb do you have to be like, oh, it's not like the bank's going to be like, well, I guess we're just out $30,000. No. Oh, so funny. Little drink to wet my whistle. Oh man, that was. Who thought that? Yeah, it was a great idea. Just screw the bank, you know. So all of them are in trouble for wire fraud. Because it's actually check fraud or not wire fraud, check fraud. It's like, who? You know, anyone who's like, oh, guys, you gotta try this infinite money glitch. Like, no, I don't think I will. So yeah, we'll have to try baked potatoes. I have to get hungry and then try the baked potatoes. Or, you know, I'm sure I'll look it up. There's a lot of things I don't know anymore about this game, like the water thing. Oh, it's nighttime. It'd be nighttime. Yes, no. You know what? I will want a window here. Oh, look, the sun's behind the hill. Thank you. So, yeah, that was quite enjoyable for me. I'll tell you that for sure. That was so funny, man. It was so funny that's what people thought they could get away with. I mean, there's no such thing as free money right now. You know, in the future, I always thought, by this point in my life too, I did think that we would have achieved some sort of Star Trek kind of utopia. We would be exploring the stars a little bit more than we are. We would be, you know, resources wouldn't be a problem. We'd basically have replicators, basically. But, you know, it'd just be... Or maybe replicators are possible. Who knows? Maybe it is possible to do that, but turn energy into matter. Maybe it is. But I thought we'd have, you know, resources like nobody's business, you know, manufacturing like nobody's business. I mean, we do. The production capacity of the world is quite high. Quite high. But it's not near what I thought it would be, you know? It's not near. We haven't built as much as I thought we would build by this point. I thought we'd have way more when it comes to production, because that's the thing too. If you know anything about supply and demand, the basic laws of economics is that the more you make, the cheaper things become. And there's a balance between profitability and production, sure. But, you know, think about it. If you want food to be cheap, what do? Well, you grow more. You open more, you have more farms, and so there's more of that food available. So then you don't have to worry about the cost, because there's tons of it. You know, there's tons and tons of food. So it doesn't have to be expensive. But when there's not a lot of food, well, then food becomes expensive. Now, it's one of those items people will pay for regardless. You know, it's one of those essential goods. That's what I'm thinking of. It's an essential good. You have to have tons of food. Or well, not tons of food, but you have to buy food. Food is always on the docket. You always have to have it. But things like video games, luxury cars, that sort of stuff. Now, that's a little different, I guess. Well, not really. Because let's say super Mustang or Ferrari. I think Ferraris are overrated, frankly, but that's a different topic. You know, say Mustang started building tons of cars. There's hundreds of Mustangs per person. Well, how expensive are those Mustangs? Well, they're not going to be very expensive, actually. They're going to be kind of, they actually would become the cheap car. Because, well, they're just so available. There's so many of them. I do need some food. Sorry, my thoughts are all over the place. I did warn you that this would happen. I'm not trying to keep a train of thought. Specifically. Hey, there we go, some bread. But yeah, Mustangs would become the cheap car that everyone owns. Ow. Everyone would own a Mustang. And so, I mean, but it would lose its prestige. So that's another thing you have to consider, I guess. Oh, that'll fix itself. That'll fix itself when I put the last block on. I don't have to climb up here anymore. Almost got the roof done. Yeah. Almost. I think we'll just run a half block down the middle. Yeah, but things would be, the Mustangs would be super cheap. Everyone would have one. You know, because, they're the cheap car. And so, I don't know, would you want a cheap Mustang? You know, if you could have the, it's the same Mustang that it's super fast, it's super powerful. It's just, everyone has one. Would you even want one at that point? Because there's some people that buy things simply for the prestige of owning the thing. Not actually because they need the thing, but because it's prestigious to own the thing. Which, I mean, I understand wanting some prestige from owning a certain car or something like that. You know, we'll do this, and then across the top. Boop. Aha! Roof is completed. And then we just pop that in, and then we'll drop down. Ow, my leg. Ow, my leg. What was that? The guy from SpongeBob. My leg! That was a running joke for a long time, and I still think it's funny. Stick that there. Not bad, not bad at all. Not bad, not bad at all. We've got ourselves a nice little house. Fire to keep us warm. I do require sand, though. Sand is necessary. So, shovel. I need another shovel, probably. So yeah, the cheapness of the cars would decrease. Same thing with food, same thing everything. It just applies to, it's a universal, everything would get cheaper. And that's kind of where I thought things would be now. But there's also a lot more people. This is what I didn't consider. There's a lot more people around. Though I do hear that the population of the Earth is stagnating, or not growing as fast as it should. And I'm like, okay, if that's the case, then why aren't things getting cheaper? Why are some things still so expensive? Shouldn't they be getting cheaper if there's less people? Oh, there it goes. I mean, you would think, but, you know. I don't know, there's something about economics that it never quite clicked with me. Not that I don't understand, I do understand how it works, to some degree. On the same hand, there's some things I'm just like, huh? How does that work? You put money here, and then it makes more money. But I have to watch it, you know, and stock market trading and all that stuff. Or well, the bitcoins too. I don't. How does that work? And it's like, oh, people buy the bitcoins, so more bitcoins are made, and there's more bitcoins, so there's more money, and so you withdraw, and then there's more in the system, and I'm like, okay, you've lost me. And I probably didn't even explain it properly myself because I don't understand. I don't know. That's another place I used to like to live. I used to like to live in the desert because it was just so easy. Because all you had to do was remove the sand. And it was importing dirt, that was the problem. That was kind of funny. It's like, oh, I need more dirt. And usually the one thing you have tons of. 4 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 stacks of sand. That should keep me going for some time. I'll eventually need to make glass bottles and stuff. We can start digging soon, though. Because I wanted a stockpile. I always want a little bit of food when I go down, because I go down for a while. I go down to the hole, and I diggy hole like there's no tomorrow. Oh, I did want to set up another crop plot, though, for the villagers, so they have an abundance of food. I also do need to find sheep, so I can add more beds. There you go. And I don't know if that'll complete, but maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Alright. Well, how much time do I have left here? Oh, never mind. 5 minutes. I wasn't even paying attention to the clock properly. Well, chat, we have once again come to the end of this double episode. I need to fix the upload thing so it premieres. That'd be kind of funny if I could just have it do a 10-minute premiere or something. I don't know. I don't know how I'll do it. You know, but it was just kind of fun. Well, with 5 minutes on the clock, or 4 minutes now. Where did all my dirt go? Did I use all the dirt? All the dirt has been used. No shovels required. I hope the toolsmith gives me shovels or pickaxes or something like that, or the weaponsmith. I hope he does. That will be excellent. We're going to come down here. Going to... Well... I don't know how I'm going to exactly do this. I do want to put it here. Need more dirt blocks. I guess we'll do this. Think. There it goes. Get out of here, Snowball. I don't need you. Look at that. There's sand right here. Is it getting dark? It is. Is there a bed in here I can borrow? Bed? No. In one of these houses. Here we go. Come on. Say it's close enough. It's close enough. Close enough. Also, I hope the mic volume is much better in this recording. Should be. As I said, you know, this is not super official or whatever, but no, I do want it to be at least of some levels of quality. Doesn't need to be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is the best Minecraft Let's Play ever. No. Not quite like that. Not quite like that. I need some more. Move these over. This will be perfect as we get into the holiday season, Halloween, Christmas, all that stuff. Maybe I can put some Halloween music or some Christmas music on the background. It's too early. It's too early now. It's too early now. It's only the start of September. It's too early. It's way too early. But it seems to start... Have you noticed that it starts earlier and earlier every year? The Christmas music comes out. What's that one girl? The one infamous Christmas song by that one girl. I can't remember her name or even the song. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can see the album cover in my head, though. Sweet. Awesome. And then here. Grab some water real quick. But it is that time. It is that time, chat. I was hoping to get a little further into doing things, but hey ho. I don't have another hour to do this. So this will be it for today, probably. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. You know, who knows? Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Maybe it'll bring rain, maybe it'll bring sunshine. Hell, I live in Ohio. It might even bring snow. But anyway, we'll finish this next time. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you later.